She turns, her lips slightly parted, her gaze caught mid-thought. A shimmer of ultramarine wraps her head. A luminous pearl dangles at her ear. She does not speak, but she demands to be seen. This is the girl with a pearl earring, often called the Mona Lisa of the North. Timeless, mysterious, iconic. But who was she? A daughter, a servant, a stranger, or a fiction? Was she even real? Today, we journey into the life, technique, mystery, and cultural power of this masterpiece by Johannes Vermeer. And in asking who she was, we begin to understand why she still captures us, centuries later. Johannes Vermeer was born in Delft, in the Netherlands, in 1632. He lived during the Dutch Golden Age, a time of immense wealth, scientific progress, and artistic brilliance. Yet, Vermeer himself was never wealthy. He ran an art dealership with his wife's family, had 11 children, and relied on commissions and patronage. He painted slowly, deliberately, precisely. Only about 36 paintings survive today that are confidently attributed to him. His subjects were quiet. A girl reading a letter, a woman playing a lute, a milkmaid pouring. But within these domestic scenes, Vermeer found profound emotion. He painted silence as if it spoke. He transformed the everyday into the eternal. And his genius was light. Soft northern light from a left-hand window. Not just to illuminate, but to sculpt, to direct, to create drama from stillness. Painted around 1665, The Girl with a Pearl Earring is not a traditional portrait. She has no name, no known story. There are no props, no location. She floats in darkness. She wears a gold-trimmed yellow jacket, a startlingly modern blue and yellow turban, and an oversized pearl earring. Her eyes meet ours. Her lips part as if to speak. Her expression is not readable. It hovers between curiosity and sorrow. Historians call this type of image a trony. A study of a character, costume, or expression, not a formal portrait of an actual person. Still, she feels real. Realer than most royalty ever painted. Because she is not presented to us, she is caught in a moment. The earring is a centerpiece. Large, luminous, and strangely weightless. Some experts believe it may not be a pearl at all, but a drop of polished tin. Too large, too smooth, too perfectly reflective to be natural. In Vermeer's time, pearls were coveted symbols of wealth and purity, but also vanity. They were often referenced in biblical and moralistic contexts. In Protestant Holland, they could be seen as both status and sin. Vermeer may have leaned into this ambiguity deliberately. As with the girl, the pearl resists certainty. It gleams, but it does not reveal. Speculation has never ceased. Was she Vermeer's daughter Maria? She would have been around 12 to 14 when the painting was made. Did she pose for other paintings too? Possibly. Others suggest she was a maid, a servant, or a model hired for a few sittings. Still others argue she never existed, that Vermeer, influenced by tronies and his fascination with female figures, imagined her completely. And that is the paradox. She is so vivid, so intimate, so human. And yet, we know nothing. No letters, no name, no proof. She exists only in oil. And yet, she has become immortal. Vermeer's skill has long fascinated artists and scientists alike. His use of light is so refined that some have theorized he used a camera obscura, a dark chamber that projects images through a lens. David Hockney and others have studied Vermeer's optical realism and argued for this technique. Whether he used such a device or not, Vermeer certainly understood how light moves. His brushwork is nearly invisible, but its effects are unforgettable. Look at the catchlights in her eyes, the softness of her skin, the shadow under her turban, the glint on the pearl. This is more than realism. This is reverence. Vermeer died in 1675, in debt and relatively unknown. For centuries, his paintings languished in obscurity or were attributed to others. Then, in the 19th century, art historians rediscovered him. Collectors began to chase his work. Scholars reattributed pieces. Museums competed for his limited output. In 1881, Girl with a Pearl Earring was bought for a few guilders at an auction. Its buyer donated it to the Mauritshuis Museum in The Hague. Today, it is the museum's crown jewel. Millions visit her every year. But why? What makes her so captivating? In 1999, author Tracy Chevalier imagined a story for the girl, a servant in Vermeer's home. The novel became a bestseller. The 2003 film adaptation, starring Scarlett Johansson and Colin Firth, brought the painting to a new generation. Today, her image appears on tote bags, t-shirts, coffee mugs, emojis. She has become a cultural icon. But with fame comes flattening. Has our obsession dulled her mystery? Or has it deepened our connection? The painting remains unchanged, but our gaze continues to evolve. She has no name, no age, no voice. She is all women and no woman. She is a symbol, a shadow, a soul in pigment. And perhaps that's what gives her power. She reflects us, our longing, our curiosity, our need to find ourselves in another's gaze. She invites our questions, but never answers. Was she real? We may never know. But in a way, it doesn't matter. Because The Girl with a Pearl Earring is not about biography. It's about presence. About a single perfect moment of human connection, captured in oil, frozen in time, and made eternal by an artist who understood that mystery is sometimes more powerful than certainty. She does not speak, but she still speaks to us. Across centuries, across silence. And we still listen.